Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Everything becomes one. What is the song? One with the entirety. We are all one. Everything becomes one. Everything is good. All like is all. We create a new life. Everything is good. All life is so we create a new world. What is the time? We are meant to alive. We are meant to be. We are meant to alive. We are meant to alive. We are meant to alive. We are
Recording in progress.
Maybe somebody didn't notice the time is changed.
A lo mejor algunos no se dieron cuenta que el tiempo ha cambiado.
No problem.
No hay problema.
It's better slowly when we wait for others to join us. Now, you need to be happy.
Entonces esperamos a que otros se unan.
Smile face.
Necesitamos estar contentos con una cara sonriente.
Smile.
Sonrían.
Like baby. Happy. The baby simple.
Felices. Como si fueran un bebé.
Happiness is a very simple for the baby heart. Yes.
La felicidad es muy simple para el corazón de un niño.
Happy is very simple for the baby heart.
La alegría es muy simple para el corazón de bebé. ¿Lo pueden sentir?
Yeah, you don't think. Why? Why I should to be happy? Yeah.
Si pueden pensar el por qué elijo estar feliz.
Children, they don't ask. simple.
Es muy simple.
So feel so, feel the empty, Mingjue, and just laughing, Mingjue, ha 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 ha.
Solo sentimos el vacío desde Mingyue y desde ahí sonreímos. Este es un alto nivel de Qigong.
I read an article from Dr. Pang's lecture.
Recientemente leí un artículo de la lectura del Dr. Pang.
In the lecture, Dr. Pang said,
La lectura, el Dr. Pang decía,
happiness is a high level Qigong.
la alegría es un alto nivel de Qigong.
Qigong should be very, very profound.
Qigong
Like some philosophy,
es muy
very,
profundo.
very profound. We need to have a lot of logical thinking, knowledge to describe. No. Very important, very deep, very profound thing in our daily life.
Necesitamos entrar en la profundidad en nuestra vida
No
diaria.
need to describe.
No se necesita describir.
If you always happy,
Si siempre estás contento,
that means you're enjoying your present moments.
eso quiere decir que puedes unirte al momento
Yes.
presente. Sí.
And when you enjoy present moments,
Y cuando disfrutas el momento presente,
then
es
you
cuando
are
estás
happy,
contento.
that also means you love yourself, you love everything around you.
Cuando estás contento también quiere decir que te quieres a ti mismo y quieres todo lo que te rodea.
When you're happy, your energy is flowing well.
Cuando estás alegre, la energía fluye.
If your energy is not flowing very well, now you you smile, you laughing. This can make your energy flowing well.
Si la energía no fluye correctamente, puedes sonreír y entonces
So we always told,
todo
enjoy
comenzará a
the
fluir.
moment.
Si todos estuviéramos en el momento presente,
Interested.
especialmente cuando se trata del estado Mingjue.
Many conditions from a mature world, from a physical body.
Muchas condiciones del mundo material y del mundo físico
Reflect truth of the happy information.
podemos escoger la información alegre desde Mingjue. Y entonces
Usually, people
podemos entrar en la alegría. Es realmente muy simple.
feeling. Trigger on body, trigger on energy, trigger on consciousness. Here,
La vida se encarga de apretarnos ciertos botones en el cuerpo, ciertos botones en la conciencia, ciertos botones en la vida. La tarea de nosotros es regresar al estado Mingjue.
When we come to Mingjue state, we can directly choose happy information.
Cuando regresamos al estado Mingjue podemos escoger la alegría como un estado, sintiéndonos como un bebé disfrutando, sonriendo en todo el cuerpo.
Keep this state a while, then you feel your body inside starts to become warmer, become more harmonious.
Mantén este estado hasta que la armonía se apodere de ti.
Your body feeling become more comfortable.
La sensación de tu cuerpo va a ser más confortable.
Keep the aware happiness, conscious happiness state, being that state.
Quédate en este estado. Mantente en este estado.
And this is the Mingjue happiness. Just keep one state. Smile, laughing, happy, Mingjue.
Esta es la alegría de Mingjue. Solo mantente en este estado. Conecta con el momento presente.
This Mingjue happiness goes round to the whole body, inner space.
La alegría de Mingjue va a través de todo el cuerpo. A través de todo el interior. Puedes sentir la alegría de Mingjue por dentro.
Your brain is also Mingjue happy.
En tu dolor también hay alegría.
This is big. It's very beautiful.
Este estado es muy hermoso.
Remember this state.
Recuerda
When
este
we
estado.
practice the movement, and we should stay in this state.
Recuerda cuando practicamos el movimiento, mantenerte en este estado.
So can have a Mingjue meditation. You sit there, you feel full of life.
Te sientas ahí y sientes cómo todo está lleno del amor de Mingjue. Te amas a ti mismo y a todos tus marcos de referencia.
Pure energy of the other cells.
El amor de Mingjue
Which feel around you.
y todas tus células
Our human,
y todo el chi que te rodea,
natural world,
tu familia,
now universe.
la naturaleza, el mundo y todo el universo.
They are infinite mutual love entirety. Just keeping your love steady.
Solo mantén el estado Mingjue en la totalidad.
And when you feel this mutual love entirety,
Puedes sentir el amor de Mingjue
oh, beautiful.
fusionado con la totalidad, sintiendo cómo la vida desde ahí es hermosa.
We also can practice the gratitude.
También podemos practicar la gratitud desde Mingjue.
Forever.
Sentir gratitud por todo.
Believe in the word.
De vivir en este mundo.
Everybody support our life. Everybody merge and transform with our life.
Todos aquellos
More abundance.
que soportan nuestra vida.
The whole human society create many beautiful material things to support our life.
Toda la humanidad que crea y sostiene
Human together,
la vida material
culture, human culture coming to our consciousness, become our knowledge, our present.
juntos creamos una cultura humana
All the information carries energy.
que crea nuestros marcos de referencia y esto
Currents for our life.
trae información para nosotros y experiencias en nuestra vida.
Thankful for the natural world. The natural world provide the energy for our life.
La vida de la naturaleza provee vida para nuestra vida.
food,
provee comida,
water
agua,
every day.
todos los días.
Thank the earth. Very good gratitude.
Gracias a la tierra que hace esto por nosotros.
Every day eat the food and water from the world.
Todos los días comemos fruta y agua
Mother Earth.
de la madre naturaleza,
Just like the milk of Mother Earth.
como la leche, por ejemplo.
Energy.
Esa energía viene de la madre naturaleza.
Thanks for the air.
Gracias por el aire.
The air brings our body. We cannot live the air.
El aire que va por todo el cuerpo, no podemos vivir sin él.
You hold the breath, hold the breathing, you feel how long can you keep.
Respirando profundo,
We need air.
podemos sentir jaulá todo el tiempo.
When we hold the breathing,
Necesitamos el aire, necesitamos respirar.
feel what our body, our blood,
Es así como trabaja nuestro cuerpo, como se limpia la sangre.
maybe you can keep hold the breathing 1 minute, 2 minutes. Most people cannot hold the breathing more than 3 minutes.
Mucha gente no puede sostener la respiración
Some people can
por más de 2, 3 minutos.
longer time.
Algunos pueden entrenar esta cualidad, pero realmente necesitamos el aire.
The skin still
Incluso la piel sigue respirando.
gets oxygen from environment. Air can go to the body from different places.
El aire puede ir a través del cuerpo por distintos lugares.
The air nourishes our life.
El aire nutre toda nuestra vida.
So the air is a part of our life.
Entonces el aire es parte de nuestra vida.
No air. If no air, life will stop.
Si no hay aire, la vida simplemente
From deep inside connected
se detendría.
space, connected far away, and connected with the whole atmosphere.
El aire nos conecta con todo el espacio, con toda la atmósfera y nos permite tener una vida.
Thanks for the wind. Wind is there.
Gracias al viento. El viento es aire.
for the sunshine. Can you feel sunshine? You have life.
Gracias por el sol,
Yeah. You get energy from the sunshine.
por el brillo del
The
sol.
energy on the earth
Obtenemos
come from the sun
energía
energy. Our food,
del brillo del sol.
water, all this is sun energy.
Nuestra comida y el agua se conecta con la energía del sol.
Sun energy. Which light.
La energía del sol crea la vida.
The sunshine, working on our life, always.
El aire y el brillo del sol nos aporta a nuestra vida de forma constante, pero se nos olvida. En el Tao Te Ching decimos que la naturaleza tiene un alto nivel de Tao, que soporta la vida, nutre la vida sin hablar, sin pretender más allá. En el momento presente hay energía que entra en nuestra vida. El aire entra a nuestra vida. La comida y el agua proveen energía a nuestro cuerpo. Detrás de todo esto está el Hun Yuan Chi. Y todo se fusiona en uno solo. Todo se nutre en silencio. Así es que cuando podemos ver a través de todo, nuestro ego desaparece. Dentro, profundo, podemos sentir este estado. Si no lo podemos sentir, solamente vamos a ver un ego enorme. La naturaleza y el universo nos sostienen. ¿Lo puedes sentir? Puedes sentir el aire, puedes sentir el brillo del sol. Nuestra vida es la totalidad. El ego es limitado, solamente piensa que eres el cuerpo. Ahora tenemos gratitud, tenemos toda la información de este estado. Cuando respiramos, nutrimos cada una de nuestras células. Gracias al aire. Gracias a la gravedad. Gracias al brillo del sol. Gracias a todo y gracias a todos. Todo se fusiona en una sola cosa. Esta es la meditación de la gratitud. Si tienes esta actitud, tu vida va a entrar en balance. Nuestro problema emocional puede que venga del ego. Y la gratitud del corazón puede sanarlo. Los problemas emocionales son creados por el ego. Cuando estamos desde el ego, queremos satisfacer todo en la conciencia. Queremos controlar todo. Pero ahora lo cambiamos a un estado de gratitud. El universo nos va a dar mucho más en el momento presente.
feel with I think the earth is like mother, we call mother earth. In Tao Te Ching, Taoist culture, Tao Te Ching said, Tao is the mother of whatever.
En el Tao Te Ching se dice que el Tao es la madre del todo.
This big mother always give you the very pure, very subtle milk.
Y esta gran madre siempre te da la leche que necesitas.
Because our heart is blocked by the very limited ego reference framework. We cannot have enough wisdom to see through the reality.
Porque nuestro corazón está bloqueado y no tenemos la sabiduría para ver a través de la realidad.
And human society provides so abundant the reference framework. It's also bring all kinds of life experience for our life.
Para crear un marco de referencia tenemos que tener experiencias en la vida.
This information and the life experience will give you all the experience of people.
Y ya que tenemos estas experiencias, podemos ver que todas ellas son hermosas.
Being descriptive knowledge to see the which courage to the state thanks to our parents.
Si nos mantenemos en un estado de gratitud, podemos agradecer más cosas. Podemos agradecer nuestra existencia, agradecer a nuestros padres,
Ego. If we stay at the beginning of life, gratitude.
si podemos sentir solamente que el rayo de la vida es suficiente para estar completamente agradecidos.
Okay? Only the many great for our life. You know, our life is from the creation. You know, energy, air, the gravity, nourishment of the food, water, and also the fire.
Tener como todo nos nutre.
Mother and father
nos nutre el agua,
big system,
nos nutre la sociedad,
have the main have the main correction for our life.
nuestros padres,
All those join the creation for the beginning of our life and the life of persons.
son el principio del proceso de nuestra vida.
Then gradually our life will grow.
Después, gradualmente, nuestra vida comienza a crecer. Y dentro, profundo, podemos sentir gratitud. Utilizamos el estado Mingjue desde la gratitud para observar cómo todo sucede en nuestra vida. Y desde ahí observamos todo, observamos cómo se nos aprietan botones y todo tiene que ver con nuestros marcos de referencia. Todo lo que pasa en nuestra vida es para que nosotros podamos vivir en mayor abundancia, tener una mayor experiencia. Ahora experimentamos la vida en el momento presente, cada vez más y más. Y cuando vemos a través de todo, podemos ir a través de todo lo que nos fija. Después, si sientes el momento presente, puedes sentir como todo entra en una pausa. Y abrimos completamente el corazón como un bebé. Entonces, podemos entender que somos uno con el creador de todo. Todos somos creadores. En la teoría de la completud, el doctor Pang le llama a esto Hunhua. Todos en este mundo nos fusionamos y vamos transformando la energía en todos los niveles. Esto se llama Hunhua. Hunhua, fusión y transformación para entrar en una nueva creación.
something, create everything. Yes, everything.
Algo o alguien creó todo.
Universe create our life, so at the same time our life creates universe.
El universo creó nuestra vida y la vida está creando el universo.
Everything merge and transform and new life, new things appear.
Todo se fusiona
New life, new things appear.
y todo se transforma.
New thing, new life, joy and creation.
Cuando algo nuevo aparece en nuestra vida,
Great is the process to create a beautiful life and beautiful world.
la práctica es un proceso de convertir nuestra vida
And before we grant this big
en un mundo
joy and
interno
creation of our life, to our family and the world. Grant is the help her see through the realities.
La práctica nos ayuda a ver a través de todas las realidades, a través de la creación.
We realize our energy, our consciousness, our body, our information, all join the creation. That is that to consciously create life and work.
Entendemos que conscientemente estamos creando la vida que nos rodea.
What kind of life do you want to have?
¿Qué clase de vida quieres tener?
What kind of system, society do you want to have?
¿Qué clase de sociedad quieres tener?
And forget that you, each of us, are doing the creation.
No te olvides
Wow,
que cada uno de nosotros
merging and transforming
está creando.
ourselves.
Junhua, estamos fusionándonos, estamos transformando.
Society and natural world.
Somos parte de.
You understand this?
Si puedes entender esto,
Our life becomes conscious.
nuestra vida
Consciously manage our
se hace consciente.
consciousness information, consciousness data. They use pure Mingjue, gains beautiful information, merge and transform with life when it was.
Mingjue hace que se transforme todo el universo.
This is the value.
Este es el valor de nuestra vida.
Energy, transform with their energy,
Que Mingjue se va transformando junto con el cuerpo.
consciously transform with their family,
Conscientemente va transformando la familia, va transformando la sociedad y va transformando
how
el mundo de naturaleza que nos rodea. Conscientemente se transforma con todo. Conscientemente quédate en estado Mingjue. Ve más allá de aquello que te apega y te fija a los marcos de referencia. Los viejos patrones crean muchos marcos. Siempre te dicen, esto no es posible, esto es bueno, esto es malo. Y hay fijación en eso. Así que ve más allá de los marcos de referencia. Y como un bebé siente como todo es posible. Incluso si tienes 80 o 90 años. Enfócate en disfrutar desde un corazón de bebé que todo es posible. Ve más allá de estas limitantes que te dicen que no eres nada o que no puedes hacer nada. Regresa al corazón de bebé. Sonríe, ábrelo. Y observa que hay un infinito potencial. Conscientemente, quédate en estado Mingjue. Mingjue puede ir más allá de nuestros límites. Crear conciencia en todo lo que vemos, en todo lo que sentimos. Somos una gran vida. A nivel de información de Mingjue, somos una gran vida. Todo se conecta como una sola cosa. Y esta gran vida por dentro es el amor de Mingjue. Esto lo tenemos que fortalecer a cada momento. Somos amor de Mingjue, somos paz Mingjue, somos alegría y somos gratitud. Utilizamos toda esta información para toda nuestra vida.
At the same time, everything also merge and transform in our life.
Observando cómo todo se transforma.
One big merging and transforming entirety. The Hongyuan entirety. This rule. This rule. Open heart.
Ve a través.
This is high level.
Abre el corazón y ve a través de las cosas. Este es un alto nivel.
Everything for you will be allowed, be happy.
Este es un alto nivel de práctica en donde nos damos cuenta que somos amor.
At this present moment, you feel you are creating your life, you are creating the world.
En este momento presente estás creando tu vida. Estás creando tu presente, transformándote con toda la totalidad.
In each second, everything becomes new, everything becomes new. In me, get love. Our me, get love. World consciousness, field, consciously guide the direction of this beautiful transformation.
Conscientemente guiamos a la conciencia.
Be gentle and deep with the
Gentilmente respiramos.
you can open eyes slowly.
Ahora pueden abrir los ojos lentamente.
At the beginning of your flow. And we need to check
Y observar lo que va a ser el módulo 4.
benefit of the one, two, three. Number 4 brings the awakening maximum power on the energy.
Módulo 4, practicamos despertar el poder de la energía sexual.
What's the benefit or the get from third one, two, three?
¿Cuáles son los beneficios que obtenemos del módulo 1, 2 y 3?
The variation points. At the beginning, we already aware what is the variation points and send the user the forms, asking you to feel the forms. Okay. And you feel your state become clear.
Primeramente pueden sentir que su estado Mingjue es más claro y más estable.
Good. Number 1, 2, 3 practice.
A través de la práctica del módulo 1, 2 y 3,
Secondly,
generamos cambios
here,
en los marcos de referencia.
and the other in daily life,
Los cambiamos en nuestra vida diaria.
feel and you use your old pattern.
O sigues usando tus antiguos patrones.
Something happen. You use the old way, make a problem or
Cuando algo sucede,
how about your emotional state?
regresas a los viejos patrones de marcos de referencia
Emotion more balanced,
o creas nuevos patrones.
more happy.
Tu estado emocional está más en balance, está más alegre.
The first. And body level. You feel your body become more comfortable,
A nivel del cuerpo puedes sentir que tu cuerpo
more powerful.
se siente mejor, más confortable, más flexible.
Fifth point. When you do the work and the service, you have more wisdom and ability to handle decisions, resolve different problems.
En este punto, tus habilidades de servicio
And ability to make your life and other life more beautiful.
tienen la capacidad de hacer que tu vida y la vida de otros sea más hermosa.
More wisdom, more ability to make life.
Para practicar Qigong, tenemos que desarrollar más habilidades.
This should be very clear. How about your family relationship?
¿Cómo van nuestras relaciones familiares?
The family relationships, the ego becomes smaller. That comes to meet your life, step more and more.
En tus relaciones familiares puedes observar cómo tu ego
It's true.
cada vez se reduce
Yourself,
y puedes ver a través de ti y a través de los marcos de referencia limitantes y puedes ir más allá de ellos.
and they use Mingjue and the new reference framework, new information to harmonize the
Puedes ir más allá para armonizar tus relaciones.
relationships. They'll become better.
Puedes sentir y observar como todo mejora.
It's all the pattern. New pattern is just like I said, everything. In your life. Don't mind others, but see what's happening out of you. Others have other problems. You should be beautiful, awakening, beautiful, conscious.
Tienes que estar despertando
If you have some test in the hospital,
una hermosa conciencia. Y si tienes resultados de laboratorio, de hospital, también los puedes compartir.
those evaluation points are very important.
Los puntos de evaluación son muy importantes. Debemos de tomarlos en cuenta
Improve your life from those points.
para mejorar nuestra vida desde estos puntos.
I think that many people already have some change, and some people change.
Siento que mucha gente ya tiene cambios.
If you think you will find some change,
Y si sientes que puedes encontrar
and gradually
estos
your
cambios,
mind is very clear. Focus on those points to change your life.
si tu mente es cada vez más clara y te puedes enfocar en estos cambios, entonces puedes mejorar más rápido.
3. Maybe practice central nervous system.
En el módulo 3 estuvimos cambiando el cuerpo
3 months.
a través del sistema nervioso.
What's your change?
3 meses estuvimos practicando.
Okay.
¿Cuál es tu cambio?
Somebody would like to share
Ahora,
and transforming together.
alguien de ustedes quisiera compartir la forma en la cual se han ido transformando.
Eleni,
Mm,
please.
Good morning. Looking at the evaluation point, I just want to start at the beginning, before the course, the very end, before module 1. And start, I didn't understand anything about triggers or reference frameworks. So it's just been a huge learning from that, which I have amazing gratitude just for that. And then last night, which was morning for you, the first session of module 4, I actually thought I felt a little bit of an additional shift, which is I've been having a few very, in quotes, bad days in terms of my emotional state. And very unfocused, talking to many of my doctors, and all of whom want to give me the diagnosis of depression. And I felt very like they don't understand, and that it's physical, central nervous system, etc. And I was in such turmoil because I was fighting this, and I realized that it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what diagnosis they give me or don't give me, and whether it fits what my ego thinks it should be. And if I decide to take a pill, I could do that, and if it helps, great, and if it doesn't, I won't. But I'm not gonna fixate on what they tell me. And and there's no shame. My brain is okay, and module 3 was challenging, and I need to continue practice to stabilize Mingjue. And that's beautiful. I need to let go of the ego where I didn't even know I had an ego, So that's one. And then the last evaluation point, which was for me at the very beginning of module 3, I had an MRI scan. That's you're in a long tube, and there's magnets that help make the image. And I've had them before, and everybody talks about the noise, which is this incredible, strange noise and different patterns. And I always kind of like that because it's just an immense energy that makes this picture then. But so I was in this MRI scanning machine where you can't move, and I was lying there very still. I didn't think I was particularly afraid, but I started practicing, with no movement, doing, and then even to some point doing open and close in my mind, and I even remembering I even got to the point of saying Wasan, and the tube was white inside, like this opaque white, if I opened my eyes, which I did only once or twice. But there's no distraction unless you consider the noise a distraction, which I didn't. And I ended up, as I was practicing, experiencing just pure joy. And I was laughing. I actually physically was laughing inside the MRI scanner. And a few days later, I got the test result, and it showed a slight interval decrease in size of the large tumor that I have. And it's large, but it's still shrinking. So I just wanted to laugh more and and just there's no words to express it really. And the last thing, I just wanted to express gratitude to all the US organizers who are the people I know. I don't know the other organizers, and they're just so full of love and support, and also to beautiful Roya, who is fearlessly guiding us through the Healing Cancer group. So Allah.
Wonderful. Yeah. No fit timing for the the impure Mingjue state joyfully laughing.
Quedarte en estado Mingjue, sonriendo.
1, 2, 好了。
Jaula.
And there's Tracy. Oh, thank you.
Hi, Joy. Hi, everybody. Wow, what a beautiful meditation this morning. I wasn't going to get up, but I was in the class last night for me, and I was going to sleep in this morning, but I was so excited I was awake, so I got up, and I'm so glad I'm here. So in terms of the evaluation, there's so many improvements. But the first one I want to share is something that seems so small, but I think everybody here will feel how huge it is actually. There's been a number of times now where I've had these very short dreams, and they're of a very young baby or child, very young, who's very peaceful and happy and safe. And I have chills in my body as I share it, because I wake up a little bit and I just laugh with joy and giggle, because I feel the gift that the dream is to me. I know that it's a representation of the baby heart and the deep shifts that are happening in me through this course. And I'm so grateful. I had this one more of these just last week again, and I just literally wake up a little bit, and I'm just so full of joy and gratitude and love, and baby heart. It's just beautiful. So that's one that's wonderful. I'm learning to choose to stay in the Mingjue state and use all the tools that you've taught us to recognize when I've allowed myself to slip out of it, and to notice I'm not peaceful or happy, and to choose one of the tools and the mantra, the Dantian breathing, to come back to Mingjue state. And I'm very grateful to be accepting that it's a process, so that I don't feel negative emotions toward myself when I notice that I slip out, but instead, like you taught us, I kind of feel happy. Oh, I'm noticing more quickly when I'm not in it, and I'm noticing how much I miss being in Mingjue state, how much it's such obviously the most loving, peaceful, joyful way to live my life. So in the past, in my reference framework, I would be perhaps impatient with myself. And so it's really a relief to just be grateful. So I'm making progress, and emotionally, I just have times where I'm so full of joy with all of this, and I'm so grateful. And then I have my times where I get into my old reference framework and start down a line of thinking that's not very helpful, and I can chuckle a little bit about it and have more of a playful attitude, and choose to come back to Mingjue. So anyway, I could take forever going through this list. I want to share on a physical level. I have
slight scoliosis in the thoracic area of my spine. And I just kind of know it's going to straighten out, and it is. It's gradually becoming straight and coming into alignment. And through this last module, I've just appreciated more. I don't think I've recognized how it might impact my health and health issues I've had because of nerves not being able to leave my spine unimpeded and, you know, bring whatever they bring to all of my organs. It hasn't been, the scoliosis hasn't been painful at all. It hasn't been a focus of my health issues. Nobody's commented on it in terms of health professionals at all. I think because they couldn't do anything about it, right? But I kind of know from this module that it is important, and I'm grateful for the progress that I see. I was hoping by this point I'd be able to tell you all I was completely straight, but it's not quite yet. But it's changing, and you know, that's amazing. Anyway, there's more in the social service and wisdom and family relationships too, but mostly in those areas, I'm feeling my heart opening and the reference framework shifting so that I can, I'm very grateful to be able to have an attitude of gratefulness when there's triggers or challenges now, because I recognize them, as you've taught us, to be opportunities for me to stabilize my Mingjue and open my heart more and recognize and just come to awareness where I've got blocks in my heart and lots of room for improvement. But I'm so grateful for the openings that are happening and the shifts. Thank you very much. So grateful.
Thank you. Everybody send your name. 1, 2. 好，来。海兰娜。
Hello, Teacher Wei. Hello, everyone. I would like to share today and celebrate the wonderful doctor results I just had 2 days ago, and the difference that I feel, especially after Module 3. I've shared the changes that I feel in all ways of my life, but especially being in Mingjue state, more stable, and of course every day new triggers, and the way that I can not handle them, but invite them, and like being one with not problems. I don't even like to call them problems. It's just that challenges, and it's been amazing in 3 months how we and we all share, and I'm sure we all feel this. So I think it's also important for people that have cancer issues or have been diagnosed with cancer, that for the last month, everything's been great, and I had a 4-stage cancer with metastasis and all that. So it's basically all disappeared, and there's no machine right now that can evaluate if the tumor is really alive or not, which is a little bit insane, but you don't need to know anymore. You don't need to have the diagnosis. You don't have to have anything written. But it wasn't important to me anymore because the way I feel and the way I connect to the doctor, so he wasn't worried also because he can see how much I've transformed, and I live differently. Like, that's something I have to go. I go and speak to him, but it's not a major anxious moment that used to be in my life for the last 12 years. So it's important to share the good moments and the good information. So that's what I want to leave here to all of you. And Haula, and thank you, Teacher Wei, and the organizers. Haula.
Thank you. Beautiful. Close the eyes. Everybody send good information to her. Yeah, you are a beautiful creator for your life and the world. Everybody join the creation for self-life and others. We are one. 1, 2， 好了。Always keep happy， 哈哈哈哈哈。听Mingjue said， 哈哈哈哈哈。Feel universe energy， 哈哈哈哈哈。Coming to your body， 哈哈哈哈哈。哈哈哈，通通通，好了好了 ，wonderful， more and more beautiful。OK， 宝贝儿。
Hello, everybody. How are you? I just have one comment to make. I love the sharing. At the beginning, about 2.5 years ago, I did not listen to this sharing. And more this year, I just think you all are wonderful, wonderful. And I glory in the sharing. Thank you so much.
Okay, sharing is the way to hon化 merging and transformation and creation process.
Thank you. I agree. I agree now 100%.
This is consciousness and information level practice.
Esta es información a nivel de la conciencia.
1, 2, 好了。
Esto es práctica a nivel de la conciencia.
Hello, Teacher Wei. Hello, everybody. I want to share something, a big change that happened in my life during the last 1-2 years. I am a medical doctor, but I also work since more than 30 years with traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and I use other tools in my practice. So I always try to work more holistic. And 2 years ago, something happened in my life. Because of the corona crisis, I did not agree with the medical establishment about the vaccines. So there I came in a conflict, and I was forced to stop my work as a doctor. That was a difficult period for me, but it was the beginning of a big change. I also I am a Zineng Qigong instructor, so because I had to stop my work as a doctor, I had a lot of time suddenly, and I started to give more lessons in Qigong. And then I on a workshop that I had organized for instructors, for Qigong instructors, Gretel was there. Gretel from the Belgian group also, she was there, and she asked if she could give a Mingjue session. So Gretel was giving this session for the group of instructors, and for me it felt as, wow, this is going much more deeper than I am used in the Zineng Qigong lessons that I was giving myself. And then I had the opportunity to become a Mingjue Gong Fu teacher, so I followed the course last year, and I became Mingjue Gong Fu teacher. And then I decided, okay, I want to follow the course for Mingjue Gong Fu healer, this course. And then in August, because I was forced to stop my doctoral practice for 1 year, in August I could start again. But then I felt that something was really not comfortable. I was not comfortable with the idea of starting again as a doctor. But I did, because my patients were waiting for me, and they wanted me to start again. So I did start again in August. But a few weeks later, few months later, I became ill. I fell, I burst some ribs, and a lot of things were happening, and I felt that something was wrong in my life. And then because of the fall, I had to stop working again. So I stopped working as a doctor, I stopped everything. I also stopped giving the healing sessions, which we do for this healing course. And then I gave myself some weeks, few months to think. And I really was going through a dark time. Until I realized that I was just having a real big conflict. As being a doctor. Because as a doctor, you have to make diagnosis. And my reference framework is full of diagnosis from 30 years. Symptoms, diagnosis, prognosis, treatments. And then I felt
I felt I had to choose. Either I did continue with being a doctor and giving these diagnoses to the patients, where I was confirming their health problems. So I realized every time I give a diagnosis, I am confirming the problem in the patient's mind, but also in my own mind. And then I have made a decision in January this year. I made a decision. Okay, I'm just going to send an email to the establishment that they can take me away from the list of doctors. So I did it, and it was as if I have liberated myself from a very big conflict. I have liberated myself from the obligations to confirm the problems in people's life. And today was now the first day that I have seen people again. So I am not working as a doctor anymore. I am giving my lessons. I am using also the Mingjue Gong Fu in my teachings. And I am going to see a few patients a week, but not anymore as patients, but as clients. And I'm just going to continue with acupuncture and other things, but not anymore as a doctor. So I'm not obliged to give them a diagnosis, and instead I can give them also the healing sessions. And it feels wonderful. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you very much. This is really a very big change in my life. It was not easy. I had to deal with a lot of things, also financial things and so on, but I am so glad that I could make this decision. So thank you very much, Teacher Ray and everybody.
Thank you, Sabina. Yeah, now it's new work, new life, new reference frame.
Tienes un nuevo trabajo, desde un nuevo marco de referencia.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Disfruta de todo tu día.
Thomas and Josie, Kenya, the ambassador.
Hello, dear friends. Hello, Teacher Ray.
Yeah. Hello.
I quickly share some funny, happy, good information.
Oh,
But it's a good example to suddenly come back. One day I traveled with a friend in the car. He drove the car, I just sitting next to him. And I just was so down with my emotions, with some thinking, some sadness, in loose self-state. And I suddenly realized, why is my mind going so quick and so fast with emotions? And I suddenly said, into myself, and in front of the car, when I said, a beautiful bird flied away quickly. And I just realized, maybe it was a sign also that Mingjue suddenly came back with the bird flied away from the river. I said, my consciousness merged with the entirety, with the nature, because the bird flied on that time when I said, so I suddenly came back. Another story, I played game with my friend, football game, PC. He scored the goal, and I just quickly that I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I need to focus. I need to focus to score goal. I quickly start to say, Shenji, to come back to Shenji Palace. I said 2-3 times, Shenji. I directly scored the goal. So these are just funny examples, daily life, but the meaning. This is kind of super state. When consciousness suddenly came back with Shenji, I scored the goal. And I said that nature showed the harmony between my consciousness with the birds flying and the nature. So sometimes with this slight intention, we simply get this super state. And of course, what I've done with the PC beam, what I've done with the and the nature showing back the harmony, sometimes when we catch this very good state, when we simply, this information can be used for our body, send information. I think this is direct way to healing. So that's why I wanted to share. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. This is a very sharp consciousness. When in a train race, when something happens, when you feel you lose self, immediately.
Gracias, Thomas.
You want to make something change happen.
Es una conciencia muy afilada,
Very sharp, very direct, trust.
muy directa,
Wonderful.
muy confiable,
1, 2, 好了。
maravilloso.
Josefina. Josefina.
Josefina.
Yes. Yeah.
Sí, perfecto.
Sí. Hola. ¿Ahora sí?
Sí.
Hola, buen día. Necesito traducción.
Okay, any translation? Here I am.
Bueno, estoy un poco afónica, recién estoy recuperando mi voz y quiero compartir que justamente este proceso, una reacción de sanación de todo mi sistema respiratorio y de expresión, de expresarme después de...
Okay. Josefina.
Perdón.
Okay, as you can see, my voice is not complete. I am recovering. And this is part of a very deep process of changing that has to do with my breathing system.
Estoy en mi país, Venezuela, de visita después de 7 años de ausencia.
After 7 years of being away from Venezuela, which is my country, I have come back for a short time.
Y al llegar tuve que enfrentarme a situaciones familiares y de negocios que tenía mucho tiempo que no hacía contacto.
And when I came back to Venezuela, I had to face different family circumstances and also business circumstances that I had left for these 7 years.
Al principio, mi actitud cuando llegué, quería estar en mi estado Mingjue, conciliando en las conversaciones.
At the beginning, I wanted to be in my Mingjue state, so in any circumstance, I could be in peace
and everything could go very smoothly.
Y venían muchos detonantes.
And there were a lot of triggers. A lot of triggers were coming.
Y yo trataba de mantenerme en mi estado Mingjue hasta que un día exploté y me di cuenta que tenía mucha rabia. Y detrás de esa rabia lo que había era una tristeza muy grande.
And I tried very hard to keep in my Mingjue state until one day I exploded. I burst out. And then I realized that I was very angry inside. And then I realized that under that anger, there was a very deep sadness.
Y me quedé sin voz.
And then it was when I lost my voice.
Y fue un proceso muy duro darme cuenta que también necesitaba expresar mi rabia en ese estado Mingjue y expresar esa rabia, esa tristeza de esa niña interior y dejarla salir.
And for me, it was very hard to realize that I needed to express from my baby heart that anger and that sadness from the Mingjue state.
Con la diferencia de que lo hice siendo no fui reactiva hacia los demás, sino me metí en mi proceso, dándome cuenta, abrazando a esa niña, ese corazón de bebé, diciéndole que todo está bien, y sentí un gran amor por esa niña, que en un momento pudo sentirse abandonada, maltratada por tantas circunstancias, y ahora ya puedo abrazar a esa niña.
And this time, I was not reactive. I didn't react against anybody or anything. I went inside and I held the little child within. And I hugged myself. I hugged my little child. And I gave love to my little child. And I could see the needs of my little child inside.
Y siento esto como una crisis sanadora, una oportunidad de vivir esto de una manera más liberadora. Y poco a poco voy, mis pulmones se van abriendo, respirando, sintiendo el aire y recuperando mi voz. Sentir que no hay amenaza, que ya estoy limpiando, ya recibiendo con mucho amor una oportunidad para expresarme.
And I am giving this process as a liberating process, as a great opportunity to go through many difficulties, many deep things that have happened to me. And it's a process that gives me the opportunity to breathe again like a new person, overcoming anything that has happened in the past.
Así que me siento muy agradecida con el maestro Huella, de este gran campo que lo he sentido muy cerca de mí, al amor infinito y al amor incondicional, sobre todo a mí misma, en este corazón de bebé. Gracias.
And I feel very, very grateful to teach the way. I feel very, very grateful to the big chief bill because I have been feeling you very close to me. And I am also very grateful to myself. And I love you very much and I love myself very, very much. Thank you very much for this process. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mingjue centered state become more stronger, stronger.
El estado de Mingjue
You come to this Mingjue centered state.
se fortalece cada vez más.
Now stay Mingjue centered state.
Ahora todos vamos a quedarnos en ese estado de conciencia Mingjue. Vamos a cerrar los ojos.
Feel this Mingjue centered state.
Vamos a sentir este estado de Mingjue centrado.
Just now from the sharing
Solo ahora,
information,
de todo lo que se compartió,
at the same time, our inside state Mingjue state give good information.
vamos a sentir la información y al mismo tiempo dar buena información, haciendo Junhua para hacerlo estable y crear una transformación. Siente cómo el estado Mingjue toma más confianza, completamente relajados, sintiendo cómo nos fusionamos con el universo.
And the gentle breather in the entirety.
Llevamos las manos a Duchi, sintiendo la totalidad de Mingjue. Energía fluye al espacio del Dantien. Separamos las manos a los costados y abrimos los ojos. Gracias a todos. Jaula. 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 Bueno, pues jaula, fusionando todos estos testimonios y también pensando en los nuestros, en nuestros cambios y en la forma en la cual hemos ido avanzando a lo largo de todos estos módulos, irlo integrando para fortalecernos cada vez más. Bueno.
Un proceso de sanación.
Un placer.
Muy linda clase, muy bonita.
Bueno, chicos.
Gracias, Marco, por la...
Gracias. Mañana, todos los días a las 6, ¿verdad?
Todos
Así
los días
es.
a las 6.
Bueno, muy
Para que no se
bien.
desvelen.
Me parece bien.
Sí. Ya, Bárbara,